Okay, here's another video of mine. I started out collecting books regarding the subject money as a hobby and out of curiosity. What I soon found out was what was being taught in high school and the college courses and reading and looking up economics books, they did not have adequate information regarding the subject money. Nor did the school textbooks have any of the laws regarding money, such as the legal tender laws. The books didn't even have the photos or information regarding the previous paper money over time, and it changed. So the books were inadequate and not giving the full picture. As you will learn, most of the books about the subject money do not have the legal tender laws, therefore they are incorrect in defining what we're using as money. Think about that. What are we using as money? I've asked over 500 people, what are the laws regarding money? They have no idea. So let's see, I'm going to show you the 3 legal tender laws. There are 3 legal tender laws that are important to read so you can understand me and the subject money. The first one is the Coinage Act of 1792, the Executive Order of 6102 in 1933, and the Coinage Act of 1965. Now go read those 3, and then you'll start to understand what's going on. If you don't read these 3 laws, then you cannot have a discussion with me as to what we're using as money. You just keep repeating ignorant phrases that the media and other so-called economics people or semi-educated people think they know about investing say. My view is the people are supposed to create the wealth on planet Earth and share that wealth freely without fractional reserve banking. I'll say it again. The people are supposed to create the wealth and share the wealth on planet Earth without fractional reserve banking. Human beings are not supposed to be slaves or even economic slaves to anyone or any nation or any group of people. But that's how it is right now. So, anyhow, I believe the understanding of money is the next great awakening in humanity. And you will maybe agree with me after time of reading many of my information. So what is the money now? Federal Reserve notes are the money now. The people do not create Federal Reserve notes. The Federal Reserve creates them at the Bureau of Printing and Engraving. And they're sold to the private corporation known as the Federal Reserve. The public doesn't understand this. I found this out over time in reading about, there's an author, Byron Dale, who wrote a book called Bashed by the Bankers, and it's available on online or from him. But he researched the subject money, and he realized the government's selling the paper money. He researched to find out what the hell is going on. So I've learned a lot from his information and his YouTube videos and his book. So I'm going to ask you, do you understand the difference between the government creates the money or we create the money? We created the money in 1792. It was ours. We owned it. Now the government creates the money, aka Federal Reserve notes, and sells it to the private corporation and the banks who own the money called Federal Reserve notes. I want you to read that again. We created the money in 1792. It was ours. We owned it. Now the government creates the money, the Federal Reserve notes, and sells it to the private corporation, and the banks own the money called Federal Reserve notes. Now the Federal Reserve Act was created in 1913, and that allowed for fractional reserve banking, but that's another topic. A group of people got the entire population thinking there isn't enough gold or silver to go around, or it's too heavy to carry and use. That's pretty interesting. Now, we had the wealth as money. Now we don't. And a private group of people that own the banks have the money as credit, and no one knows or can explain what happened over time or what is morally correct or what we need to do. Well, I do. So I'm a student of Merrill Jenkins, and I'm going to explain this to you. If you read and watch some of my videos, I can't explain the entire picture in one phrase. There's too many people who think just give you a one sentence phrase to what to do, and it's not possible. With this subject, you need to sit down and read and learn the subject